They're making backroom deals to trade our private information. We have to stop this. We're talking data manipulation on a massive scale. Rigged elections, weapons programs, spying into people's homes. All of it controlled by one man.
I can break it down like this. 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 This. I can break it down like this. This.
Powerful monopoly.
This is systemic injustice at its highest level.
Let's show them what going to war with us really means.
I can break it down like this. 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 Break it down like this. I can 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 break it down like
civilian
this.
casualties is the cost you have to pay for the betterment of the world.
I can break it down like this.
You can't see the people you're stepping on.
I can break it down like this.
Yes, what? People, they don't care how it works, only that it does. Namaste.